Welcome back. This is Master George, and today we are going to work on Pyung Ahn Sam Dan, Peace and Confidence, form number 3. So this form is designed for a person who is 5th gut, green belt with a stripe, working towards brown belt. It's a pretty challenging form, a lot of interesting moves in it, and we're going to get started right away. So from Chimbi position, we're going to turn to our left, looking over our left shoulder. We're going to go into a fighting stance and do a side block. So inside, outside block, and chamber the left hand in a fighting stance. Here, and fighting stance like so. From here, we're going to step forward with our right foot. We're going to put our right foot right next to our left. We're going to punch down towards the groin, and then we're going to execute 2 techniques right in a row. I'm going to do the whole thing fast first, and then we'll break it down piece by piece. So here, this is the technique. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to step up, our knees are bent, and we're punching. These should land together, so we're punching towards the groin. From here, we're going to turn our hips, our arms are crossed, we turn our hips and turn over. This is doing an inside-outside block with the right hand. The left hand is punching downwards. And then we're going to continue turning with our hips and repeat on the other side so that the left hand is up and the right hand is down. So again, from here, stepping up, 1, 2. That's going to be 1 count in the form. We do both techniques. One more time, like so. Now from here, I'll look over my right shoulder. I'm going to turn 180 degrees, cross my arms, execute the same side block on the opposite side. Now, same sequence. I'm going to step up with my left foot, punching down, turn my hips over, block, turn my hips over again, block on the other side. So let's do the first 4 moves all together. So from this position, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's practice that one more time. So I would pause the video there and practice that a few times before moving on to any new techniques. Pay close attention to making sure you're in a good fighting stance here, weight on the back leg, arm chambered back nice and tight, and that you're stepping up with your feet together, crossing over on those arms, and twisting the hips on those techniques. So pause the video, practice it a few times, and then come back and we'll continue forward. Okay, so next, we're going to go into the next sequence. So let's walk through the first 4 one more time. Looking, block, 1, 2, look, block, 1, 2. Now, from this position, we're going to look straight ahead. We're going to put our knuckles on our right hip. We're going to step forward, and we're going to do a reinforcing block on the left side, the left foot forward in a front stance. So it's this position. Chonko Sang Sumaki is the technique. So again, from here, hands chambered, block. Now, we're going to step forward in a front stance. This hand's going to come down over the top. I'm going to chamber this hand, step forward, and execute a spear hand, Kwansu Kungkyuk, like this. So from this position, block, spear hand. Now the next sequence has 2 moves on 1 count. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring our arm back behind our back, and we're going to turn our hand over. So we're going to turn this hand, and we're going to bring it behind our right kidney, this way. We're turning, we're going to horse stance, hammer fist strike, and then we're going to step forward from there, punch in a front stance with a kiai. And we're about halfway through the form at this point. So what I want you to imagine here is that after you do the spear hand strike, imagine somebody's trying to put you into an arm bar or a wrist lock, and what you're doing is not allowing them to lock that elbow. So what we're going to do is bring our arm close to our body and counter by doing a hammer fist. Notice that my right hand is chambered, and then step, punch, and keel. Okay, so let's practice that from where we left off last time. So we were here, we're coming forward, front stance block, step up, spear hand strike, turn, 1, 2. Okay, let's put the whole thing together up to that point. So from this position, look, 1, 2, look over the shoulder. Again, 1, 2, look, front stance. Spear hand, 1 and 2. Okay, so what I recommend is pause the video, practice up to there, break it down into chunks, and get up to that point. I wouldn't add on any new techniques until you get to that point. One thing to focus on as well, when you're coming up the middle, you want to make sure you move in a straight line. A lot of students have the tendency to do this first move, and they're moving forward, second move, and they're moving forward, and then what ends up happening, which is not correct, is they start going off to the side, and I'm exaggerating a little bit, but they start going off to the side, or even don't turn enough, and they end up over here. Make sure you're still going directly forward when you're doing it. Pause the video, practice up to there. We'll pick up after that. Okay, so let's review up to that point, and then we're going to add on the next piece. So we're looking, I'll start from should be. Here, look, look, coming straight ahead, like so. Okay, from this position, I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around over my left shoulder, bringing my left foot to my right, and I'm going to put my hands on my knuckles on my belt. So it's going to come to this position. Knuckles on the belt, facing the rear of the form. So we're this way. Now, I'll turn back around so you can see. The sequence that we're going to practice is a very tricky sequence. We'll be going in the opposite direction when we do it, but I want to show it to you facing you on the camera first. So in this position, we're here. We're going to do an outside-inside crescent kick, and then we're going to bring our leg down into a stomping motion in a horse stance, this way. From there, the elbow that's in the front is going to do a block. So we're going to twist our hips this way. I'm still looking over my shoulder. And then I'm going to do a back fist and come back to this position. So the whole thing looks like this. Like so. Watch out on this that you don't end up doing something like this and letting your elbow come down. This is not correct. We want to make sure this comes down and this comes across, and then fling out the back fist from there and come here. Also watch out on the back fist. Extend your arm out towards the attacker. Don't do this. It should go out and back, so fully extend. Okay, so doing that in the form, we're going to do 3 of those right in a row. Again, remember we're facing the opposite way. So we ended up in this position. We're going to do kick, down, block, back fist. Second one. Kick, down, block, back fist. One more. Kick, down, block, and back fist. Let's practice that one more time. So from this position, my feet are together, knuckles on my belt. Kick, down and block, back fist. Kick, down and block, back fist. Kick, down and block, and back fist. So, practice the form up to that point. Break it down into sections like we've been doing in the video. When you're ready to move on, we'll review it one more time, and then we'll finish the form. Okay, let's review the form and then we'll finish the last part. So we're here. Chun-bi, look, block, double technique, look over the shoulder, double technique, knuckles, block, step, spear hand, cover, hammer, and punch. Now we're going to go into that horseback position, or that feet together position, sorry. We're going to do our crescent kick outside to in. Crescent, stomp, attack, crescent, stomp, attack, crescent, stomp, attack. From this position, what you're going to do is you're going to step forward, again, going towards the rear of the form, stepping forward, and you're going to do a punch with your left hand and left foot in a front stance. So if I'm here, I'm going to step and punch, center punch. Now, this next technique, we're going to do slowly. It's going to happen over 4 seconds. We're going to take a deep breath in and out. Our right foot is going to go towards our left foot and then out into a horseback stance. We're going to breathe and hold our balance strong while we do it. I'm going to leave my punch where it is. So from here, end up in a horse stance. One more time. Okay, now from here we're going to take a big long turn with our left foot looking over our left shoulder. We're in a horse stance. You're actually going to look over your left shoulder. So right now I'm looking at the camera, but in the technique, I'm looking back this way. My left arm is chambered. My right arm goes over to my left side and is punching back this way as I look back. Immediately I'm going to jump and land so that my left foot is where my right foot is now. So right now I'm here. I'm going to jump and I'm going to switch sides and key up. So I'm here, looking over my right shoulder to here. And that's the end of the form. So after we do our third crescent kick, we end up here. Let's review it. We're going to step and punch with the left. We're going to take 4 seconds. Now we're going to look over our left shoulder. 1, 2. Looking over my right shoulder to finish. Then when we burrow, we'll pick up our left foot and back. And that's the whole form, Pyung Ahn Sam Dan. Let's do the whole thing one more time. Back up a little bit. Pyung Ahn Sam Dan. Peace and confidence. Form number 3. Here we go. And burrow. And that's it. Whole form for you. Practice it. Enjoy it. Tung Su.